Well, good morning, everybody. How is everyone this morning? I hope you had a great week. I hope you've been having fun in the warm weather. And so good to see you this morning. I missed you. Before we get started, I want to show you your activity pack that Mom and Dad can pick up for you if they haven't already. Inside your activity pack is a picture to color, a couple of pictures to color, and your bulletin that you can work on, and then you have a craft to do and a little snack. Okay, that's for you to enjoy. And our craft, this one is a little snail. Miss Peggy had to glue his shell on him and his eyes on him, and he's really, really cute. Some of the bags have snails in them, some have bees in them, and some have butterflies in them. Who knows which one you'll get? You never know. Well, let's get started on our story this morning. It's another story about Jesus. It's a story about when Jesus was still on the earth before he went up to live with God. And it's to remind us that we have a job to do. Let's get started. Peace be with you and also with you. Here's Jesus. He's with us again this morning. I love my Jesus. He's so much fun. He's going to listen to the story with us. So our story today is called The Great Commission. There is a picture of Jesus and the disciples. I wonder what commission means. Does anybody know what commission means? What'd you say? You're right. It's like work. It's like a job to do, isn't it? So if Mom and Dad hire somebody, if they ask somebody to come paint their house for them, they've commissioned them to paint the house. Yeah, that's a job. That's a job to do. So we have a job to do. God has commissioned us to do a job. And I wonder what it is. In this story, Jesus is going to tell the disciples what their job is. Are you ready? Okay, the Great Commission. Jesus went to see the disciples after he'd been raised from the dead. Remember that story? They buzzed with excitement. Is that you, Jesus? They said. Oh, we're so glad to see you. Do you want something to eat? Jesus smiled. Guess what he said? Peace be with you. Peace be with you, he said. I have things to tell you. The disciples gathered around close, and they were eager to listen to what Jesus had to say. Jesus began. God has given me all the power in heaven and earth. Wow. The disciples looked at each other and began chattering. Really? Whoa, that's wonderful, they said. We knew you could do it. Fantastic. Wait, Jesus said. There's more. The disciples listened closely. Jesus said, go everywhere in the world and teach people about me. And remember, I will always be with you, even when I'm gone. Then Jesus returned to heaven to live with God, and the happy disciples began the work that Jesus had told them to do. Isn't that something? What would you have done if you were in the room that day when Jesus asked you to do the job? How would it make you feel if Jesus came to you and gave you a job to do? I wonder what it would be like to be there when Jesus appeared and to watch him go up into the sky to live with God. Jesus has given us all a job to do. Jesus wants us all to share everything we know about God with everyone we know. He wants us to go everywhere and talk about God. And we can do that, can't we? We can do the job that God has given us. Dear God, thank you for sending Jesus to teach us the way. Thank you for giving us the courage to do what you've asked us to do. And God, thank you for loving us no matter what. Amen. Everyone have a great week, and I'll see you next time, same place.